Welcome to Mindfully Integrative Podcast with your host, Dr. Damaris G. Mindfully Integrative is a podcast discussing ways toward mindfully incorporating integrative health into our lives. This podcast will have informative resources, fun topics, interviews, and discussions relatable for today with a true mindful perspective in a mind-body, holistic life approach.
This is Damaris Maria Grossman, and today's topic I am going into is really important, and it's a pretty serious topic. It is the month of not only in breast cancer awareness, which we will discuss further, but really it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And as a healthcare provider, I always want to highlight and discuss things that are quite important, even if they may be difficult to talk about. And the reason that this is a topic that is near and dear in the sense is that there is always someone in your life or some way that you have been in some degree been faced with a domestic violence situation. First off, let me state that I'll have in the show notes different text and ways to reach out for help if you feel like you may yourself be in a domestic violence need, and it's called the hotline.org, the National Domestic Violence Hotline. There's available to call, chat, or text at any time for someone that you may need, or you may know of someone that may need of this assistance. And understanding it. Why is it important to have the conversation? One, because we, not just women, but any partner can cause a intimate partner violence or violence to another. And it's best to have outlets and therapy and reassurance so that you have the available resources to get help as needed so that a severe situation does not happen to you and that, or to a loved one where you are regretting not getting the help that is needed and the support. So things that is kind of first understanding what abuse is and the relationship that you may be having with someone. So first, let's talk about it as what it is. So domestic violence is referred to as intimate partner violence. So that's any partner, dating abuse, relationship abuse. This could be any partner. And it's a pattern of behavior where one partner maintains a power and a control over another in that relationship. And this is of any race, any, sex, no discrimination. This is any person that is feeling that they are a victim of this and that their perpetrator or their abuse has been ongoing. And there's many forms of, or multiple forms of abuse for this individual. And the reason we want to kind of recognize it or understand is that we want to be able to call for help if that is something that you need or if you know of someone. And it's always good to kind of have outlets or connections and resources so that if there is a time that this comes about or someone that you know of, that you help and get the need that you have. Or if you're in this, you may need the therapy and support of others. So major warning signs are when you're with a partner in a behavior is that the person is telling you that you may not be doing things right. They might have an extreme jealousy. They may prevent you from spending time with your loved ones, your family members, your friends. They might be very demeaning or insulting to you. They may talk behind your back, be very nice up front, and then be very mean in behind the shadows. They're very controlling with all household or your own finances, or make sure that you have no way of being let go. They may pressure you to do things physically or perform acts that you may not want to and they're comfortable with. They may pressure you to do substances or things that are not your nature. They may threaten you, insult your family or your loved ones. They may even have, things or weapons that are intimidating you or ways to threaten you. And they always are trying to kind of destroy and bring you down. And they're not one to uplift you, because the whole point of domestic violence for these individuals is about power and control. And, we're here to kind of highlight and discuss this because it's such a serious topic, and you want your loved ones to be safe or yourself to be safe and to have the proper healthy connections and healthy relationships. Because all in all, the cycle of abuse can go from relationship to children. And if the children are even learned that behavior, it can then become to others. And we really want to harness a world of comforting and love and support. And talking about a topic like this can be a lot for those, but at least what we're trying to do is just really bring in awareness to help give people ways to be supportive, help their family, have safety plans, and have other options for ways to get out if needed, and knowing what to do. So this is just a conversation to bring in, and just as I talk there, just locally, we had a story of a wonderful teacher that, lost her life from a domestic violence partner and never really were identifying or reaching out for assistance when her partner had caused an outrage that had caused her life. And we don't want those outcomes to come about for individuals. It's not all mental health. There is a lot of other issues that are underlying that have not been addressed for that partner and for that individual. And these conversations, more and more as they're talked about, it won't become a stigma. It'll become a regular conversation so that people feel comfortable about, getting help and the resources that are needed. I'll put all the different resources that I have available, the national hotline. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. And then you can always chat with someone or text someone. And then I'll have one local one that I have a couple nonprofits. If you have any questions, of course, reach out to me at any time. And I'll talk with you guys soon. And make sure you find a mindful way each and every day.
Thank you for listening to the Mindfully Integrative Show with Dr. Damaris Maria Grossman, family nurse practitioner. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and is not the substitute for professional medical advice, diagnose or treat. Always consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your healthcare routine. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. If you enjoyed our show, please support us by leaving a mindful review on Apple Podcast or your favorite streaming platform. Interested in being a guest or more information? Email us at info@mindfullyintegrative.com. For resources mentioned in the show, visit our website at www.mindfullyintegrative.com. You can also connect mindfully with Dr. Damaris on her social media links found on the site. May your strength and peace guide you to find a mindful way every day. Namaste.